Friends, hello, hope you are doing well. I wasn't going to make a video, but I've received probably about 30-50 comments about a certain topic, and I thought I'll just make a video about it. So here I go. Barnes & Noble. Will Barnes & Noble be the next meme stock to take place here? And I don't think anything's out of the realm here. If you've listened to me yap before, then I'm all about crazy, stupid things happening to make lots of money. We've seen that time and time again in the market where things that shouldn't happen and the news says it's not going to happen, and things that just really are ridiculous end up making people a lot of money. So with that, we've already had, this FFIE situation that just happened really just like in the last few days here, that was a general real push. That was like a real short squeeze we saw. I'll come back to that. But, the AMC GameStop situation that happened earlier on last week, that was more of like it just kind of happened because, a picture got put up by Mr. Kitty here. And a lot of people are starting to wonder if it was actually him or was he hacked. But anyway, I think more of the story will be released on that here soon. So, talking about the meme stock situation, what's going on here, everyone is searching, what is going to be the next push here, what's going to be the next thing, and obviously, I'm sure everybody's seen the list. Reddit right now is talking, and Reddit has a list of stocks that they're going after, and most of these companies, these stocks, are in trouble. They're in massive trouble, obviously, and that's the whole theme and premise of what these meme stocks are. They're companies that are doing bad, where the hedge funds are betting against them with options, and then people come in and they start buying up shares, start buying up options, and this is what triggers this massive inflow of volume and hike in price. Great example with FFIE here this past few days. So Barnes & Noble, it is already showing signs that something could potentially be happening. Before I say anything else, listen, I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel who loves to yap his gums here and has had luck like many of you in the market, and I've had some bad plays. I think we've all had that. I think we're in a new theme with the stock market. I believe that long-term investing is a great thing to do. It is obviously something that is really going to benefit you going into your future, and you should do it regardless. But there's obviously a new theme that has taken place here in the market the last 4 or 5 years, especially with the last meme stock situation that took over. It's cutthroat. The market at this point, there's a lot of gambling in the market. It's take what you can get when you can get it. And this is where meme stocks come into play. And you can even say that crypto is a lot like that too. But with Barnes & Noble here, just on Friday when we closed out, the stock jumped to 47 cents from 18 cents. So already huge inflow of increase in number there with a stock price. But let me finish what I said. I'm just a moron with a YouTube channel. I want to highlight that. So listen, I'm not a professional stock advisor guy, financial person whatsoever. I'm just a guy who watches trends in the market. I obsess over things with the market, stocks, all that kind of things, and patterns, what we see here. So I think to talk about Barnes & Noble, you have to talk about what happened with FFIE here. The big question is, do I think FFIE is done? So I know this is going to be a big argument, one way or another, what I'm about to say here. I hope people took their initial investment out of FFIE and they at least got that back with a lot of profit on top of that. And I think a lot of people did generally. Hopefully people didn't get too stingy with it. So saying that, I am going to take, I'm not going to say high road, I'm just going to take the off road here with being an old grumpy investor that believes in long-term investing, but also believes in take money where you can get it in the market. I don't know that FFIE is going to give much more. I don't know. I'm not saying it's not going to. I'm not saying that it's going to. I'm just kind of like, I don't want anything else to do with it. And I say that because there's so much attention right now on these other stocks that are so cheap. FFIE is still extremely cheap. Do not get that wrong. It is still a dollar stock. Still a penny stock here. But there's a lot of other stocks right now that are getting highly paid attention to. There is a list, like I said, you can go on Reddit and find it. And with Barnes & Noble already showing signs Friday that it's being pushed, and still under 50 cents, I would not be surprised, because Barnes & Noble is the #1 talked about stock right now with the next meme push. I don't think saying Barnes & Noble automatically tomorrow morning on a Monday, starting off the market here, going to 80 cents. I think that's going to happen pre-market regardless. I think it's going to start bringing high volume. I think kind of what I'm wondering here, and I think this week will kind of answer the question, is if we do see Barnes & Noble get attacked by the meme stock crowd here, I think it's going to be a dead giveaway that we're probably just going to go from stock to stock to stock to stock with companies that are down the dumps and essentially attacking Wall Street, which is phenomenal because it's going to allow people to make money. It's going to allow people to set themselves up to see what's coming next. So this FFIE situation took about, a little over 48 hours to happen here for it to really get rolling. So already Barnes & Noble showing signs we could by Tuesday be in some heavy trading here with Barnes & Noble. Like I said, I am not a professional. I am just a guy who's looking at charts, looking at, and I say this too because I think things like this in the market are just kind of like creatures of habit. They just kind of show themselves and they just kind of keep happening in the same way. So obviously, I think it's pretty safe to say the big man, Wall Street, is betting against Barnes & Noble. It's a smart thing to do because Barnes & Noble will eventually go out of business. So if we see a push to 80, I think we're safe to say we're going dollar. If we see a push to $1, I think it's safe to say we're going to see a push to $1.50. $1.50 probably will bring $1.80. Above that, it's just pure ridiculous profit. Beyond that point, I mean, people are so far ahead. So I think we're just in a season where meme stocks are kind of taking over. The market has this situation right now where there's a lot of things that don't make sense are happening. Inflation is shooting back up. The market will probably start to take effect from that, where Wall Street will bet against the market here because rates are just not moving. Like I said, inflation is getting high again. Eggs are over $3 right now, and those are the cheap ones. So, eggs and milk are kind of like your, teeter-totter, where things are with inflation. It's that simple. It starts from the bottom all the way up. So we could see this Wall Street bet situation, meme stock, ape craze, just kind of start over again here. And man, I'm all for it. And I don't know how big this video probably will get buried because you have to understand this is not something that Wall Street wants to happen. Even the platform that I'm using right now to talk on, guess who owns them? So it's gonna be hard to find information, and I can't just give you direct information. There are rules and regulations of what I can say on here, but those are kind of the guiding points of how I would look at it personally. If we see 80 cents by tomorrow morning, I feel pretty comfortable that it's going to keep moving. If I see $1, I feel real comfortable that it's going to keep moving. I see $1.50, I think we're in the green for $1.80. Above that, I don't know, friends. But like I said, go on Reddit, look around. I think Barnes & Noble, like I said, is going to be the big answer. If we see Barnes & Noble get pushed here, if it gets pushed, it's going to be a dead giveaway that, yeah, the meme stock situation is in effect, and it is just going down the line of what stocks it's going to go after. So friends, best of luck. I honest to God, there's going to be people this week that are going to make so much money to where you're going to be scared how much money you're going to make, and to where you're going to not want to tell people how much money you made because you've never seen that much money in your portfolio. That's a hard one at this time of night. Friends, cheers. Take care. Bye, everyone.